Hey football fans, I'm Terrapil here with Travis Shosing, who knows everything about John Tyler and John Tyler football, and that's what we're going to speak about today as they enter district play against Whitehouse this Friday at 7:30. Now, before we get to the first district game, John Tyler was off last week on a bye week. What are some things that you think they kind of worked on to get ready for district?
A little bit of everything, to be honest. You know, they being 0-3 is not where they wanted to be at this point in the season, but the bye week came out at a good time for them. You know, they could kind of regroup, kind of look at who they are and what they want to do and fix all the mistakes they've been making the first 3 weeks.
Now they are entering district this Friday night against Whitehouse. Going to be a good game. What do you think of this district and where John Tyler could stand?
You know, their goal as John Tyler is always to win a district title. They haven't won in the last few years with teams like Ennis and Whitehouse beating them out. And finishing second has kind of gotten under their skin a little bit, and even though they're 0-3, they think they have a shot. But obviously Ennis, Lufkin, they're the two teams probably to beat right now. Whitehouse, obviously, they're looking pretty good this year. Their passing game is always good. And it's going to be a big game on Friday to see how the rest of the season goes. Before
we get into that, a little bit about Whitehouse, let's hear what Coach Holmes had to say about starting district and how his team has prepared.
Right now we're not 0-3, we're 0-0. You know, it's a new season, new district time, so, you know, preseason is over with. That's why we break our season up into 3 seasons. First season is preseason. Now we're in the second season, which is district time. This is money time. This is where you need to play well to make sure that you do have a third season. They're still able to throw the ball. Their defense is playing fundamentally sound football. They're flying around. They got a big linebacker. He's making some plays. But, you know, they have made their living and their name on passing the ball. And with the quarterback they got this year, he's doing a good job. With the teams that we have faced the first 3 games, it got us mentally prepared to stop the run and know what we need to fix to stop the run. And you know, we got a couple of passes thrown at us during this year, and, you know, we fared well against it, but now we're going against a predominantly passing team. We're going to have to make sure, you know, we got everything tight on that back end in the secondary. I think they're going to perform pretty well. I'm glad that, you know, we went through the growing pains that we went through early so that they could learn from that and they could understand the competition level there and move forward into this district play.
Well, Travis, coming into this game, what are going to be some keys for John Tyler to kind of get on foot, because their record is 0-0 as they enter district. This is what matters. Exactly.
You know, it's a fresh slate for them, and going up against Whitehouse, it's the first time they've really faced a passing dominant team. You know, the first 3 teams they faced, you know, ran the ball more, and they didn't have too much success in that. But passing game, it'll be a good test for their secondary. They've got a few veteran guys back there, but also a couple young guys, and it'll be interesting to see how they fare.
Now, speaking on John Tyler's offense, we haven't really seen much of Damien Miller, the Longhorn commit. Do you see him getting more involved throughout district?
I think he'll have to, you know, if they want to win. Of course, it doesn't help him that he's playing both ways a lot of the games, you know, playing on defense. But the passing game in general needs to get clicking a little better, find a little more rhythm. They started looking a little better against Lee. And if they can kind of continue that against Whitehouse, they'll be in good shape.
Now, have you heard of any injuries for John Tyler as they enter district?
Yeah, they're actually getting pretty healthy. You know, they got a couple guys coming back from injuries. One guy broke a hand, one guy had a concussion. You know, they're getting back, they're getting healthy, and they should be ready to go.
What are some keys that you have for John Tyler to get a win under the belt?
Definitely getting that passing game going again, like they were able to do against Robert E. Lee. And a little bit more running game as well. The 2 running backs have been averaging about 3.5 yards a carry. If they can get that up to 4 or 5, then they'll be in good shape.
You expect this to be a pretty close game?
I think so. I think you know, both teams can score. It'll be interesting to see you know, which team comes out and executes the best, and obviously turnovers are always a big factor.
There you have it. Be sure to follow Travis on Twitter at TYosing ETFS. He will be live tweeting the game. Again, this is the first district game for John Tyler coming off a bye week as they take on Whitehouse at Rose Stadium at 7:30 p.m. For me, I'll see you next week.